Hello children, today we will be doing an activity which is tongue twister. Okay, tongue twisters help to improve your pronunciation and fluency. Okay, this is a famous tongue twister, Kacha Papad Pakka Papad. This is a Hindi tongue twister, and what we have to do is first we have to read the words Kacha Papad, Pakka Papad slowly, and when you get the words correctly, you have to increase your speed. Like I am going to do now. I will start slowly, then I will increase the speed. Kacha Papad, Pakka Papad, Kacha Papad, Pakka Papad. Now I'll increase my speed. Kacha Papad, Pakka Papad, Kacha Papad, Pakka Papad. Again I'm going to increase the speed. Kacha Papad, Pakka Papad, Kacha Papad, Pakka Papad, Kacha Papad, Pakka Papad. Okay. Now we will do from your book Marigold tongue twisters. Okay. So okay children, now from your page 42 I have written one tongue twister. It is shoes and socks, shocks, sham. Again, shoes, the first word is shoes, and second is and, then socks, shocks, 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 sham. So sham is a boy who gets shocks from shoes and socks. Now first we will be reading it very slowly. Shoes and socks, shocks, sham. Shoes and socks, shocks, sham. Now we will increase our speed. Shoes and socks, shocks, sham. Shoes and socks, shocks, sham. So shoes and shocks. See, I got it wrong. So you have to practice it. When you practice, you will improve your pronunciation and fluency, and you will be able to speak without any breaks. Okay, shoes and socks, shocks, sham. Okay, now the second one is from your page number 42 only of Marigold book. Second is bring back buttons, beans and buns. Okay, now first we will read the words one by one. Bring back buttons, beans and buns. Okay, now we will read the tongue twister. First we will practice 2 times slowly, then we will increase the speed. Bring back buttons, beans and buns. Bring back buttons, beans and buns. Now we will increase the speed. See, he says that's easy. Yes, that's easier than the previous one which we just did. Okay, so bring back buttons, beans and buns. Bring back buttons, beans and buns. Bring back buttons, beans and buns. Now you can increase your speed. If you get this speed correct, go and increase your speed further. Okay, bring back buttons, beans and buns. 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 Okay, okay, you have to practice like this. Now we go to the third tongue twister from your book Marigold, page number 42. Okay children, now this is the third and the last one, which is not given complete in your book, but this is something which everybody knows, and this is something what I did when I was in class 2 and 3. So I remember it very clear. Okay, so the words first we read one by one. She sells sea shells on the sea shore, but the shells, she sells are not real, I am sure. So the confusing pronunciations are she and see. Okay, again she and see. Next confusing is cells and shells. Okay, sell means when we go to the market we see people selling and we buy things by giving them some money. So the shopkeepers sell and we buy. And what is a shell? Shell is something in which the sea animals live, where we get some pearls from the shells we get. Okay, or some animals have shells like tortoise or something like that. Okay, so again we will try to read it slowly. She sells sea shells on the seashore, but the shells she sells are not real, I am sure. Okay, again I am going to read, but because there was some sound disturbance. She sells sea shells on the seashore, but the shells she sells are not real, I am sure. Now we will increase the speed. Now this guy says, oh, a long one. No problem, it is a long one. But if you practice, you are going to benefit. Your pronunciation is going to increase, your fluency is also going to increase, and your confidence also is going to increase. So these are the ways you can improve your spoken English. Okay, so I'm going to read it now with a little more speed. She sells seashells on the seashore, but the shells she sells are not real, I am sure. Okay, she sells seashells on the seashore, but the shells she sells are not real, I am sure. Okay, now when you come to C, you can pronounce it as the alphabet C here. Okay, you can read it as C. C for cat, which you have done earlier in your classes when we do the alphabets. Then you have to increase your speed. Very easy. She sells seashells on the seashore, but the shells, I got it wrong. Again, she sells seashells on the seashore, but the shells she sells are not real, I am sure. Now you have to increase your speed. She sells seashells on the seashore, but the shells she sells are not real, I am sure. Okay, this is the way you will do the tongue twisters. You can make a list of tongue twisters. You can go to the net and you can write neatly, colorful, with colorful pencils, and you can write at least 5 or 10. You can download from the net and you can write it neatly on some sheets and paste it in your room, and whenever you pass by, just read it. So this is a way where you can improve your tongue twister, and it is a very easy game also which you can play with your friends. When you sit alone, you can play with your friends, ask them to speak out this tongue twister with speed, and whosoever gets the highest speed with correct words is the winner. You can play this with your parents also, your brothers and sisters also. Okay, so you can use these tongue twisters. Okay, this one I'm going to, the third one I'm going to speak again for you. She sells seashells on the seashore, but the shells she sells are not real, I am sure. Now one correction what I want to make is that when you say she, S H-E. So some children use, I'm going to tell you the Hindi alphabet which people use. They say C. It is not C. You have to use she. Shashalgam. Okay, if you are using it this way, it is not C. C is this. Okay, which one? I just told you that you can use it as C. Now when you say she, you have to remember, those who know Hindi very well, they have to remember that it is this one, okay, and not this one. This is the right one. If you pronounce this Hindi, okay, this is Shashalgam and Badi ki matra, so this becomes she, and this becomes this is Saseb. Okay, so this is the wrong pronunciation, and get it right as she. Okay, thank you for watching. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.